So are you asking for the hard disk part of the server? Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That is what is meant by SSD and HDD.
Okay. Okay. HDD and SDD.
SSD.
HDD means the hard disk. SDD means solid state drive. So there is a more difference between HDD and SDD. HDD is slower.
Okay.
SDD is fast, or you can say it is faster than HDD. Okay, if I'm talking about the speed, SDD in a SSD, there are two or three types. Okay, also there are two or three types in the HDD. One is uh, this is not the cloud part, but I can explain.
Yeah.
M2, NVMe, and normal. Third is normal. Okay, so for talking and HDD, there are two types of HDD. In AWS, there is two type of HDD, cold storage, and another one is magnetic store. It's work on the throughput. Throughput means the capacity. Here are the capacity in the throughput. It's work on the throughput, like 250 Mbps per second. 250 Mbps or the 500 Mbps per second. Okay, and for this one, we can go through the Google and check with the HDD versus SSD. So this is the M2 and this is the HDD. Okay, SSD works in the most recent laptops to perform perform better the computer power. Let's say, yeah, this is the perfect for. So SSD versus SSD, usually 10,000 or 15 RPM SS drive. RPM means the round per minute. In HDD, HDD have a disk, steel disk. In HSD, we have a steel disk inbuilt in the drive. So it's depend on the round per minute. If it is more RPM, it is more faster. Okay. For the latency in HDD, we got 5 second to 8 second millisecond latency, and in SSD, we have access time is 0.1 millisecond. Got it? We can access any data within 0.1 millisecond from the SSD. And for the IOPS means the input output operation. In SSD, we have 6,000 IOPS per second. We can do 6,000 read and write operation in the SSD. And for HDD, we can do 400 input output operation, read write operation in the HDD. SSD have failure than the rate of less than 0.5%. It is more reliable than HDD. Uh, for the CPU power, it is average 1% and it is operates 7%. Okay. So these are the basics of HDD versus SSD. And for the image, you can see this type of image. HDD have a disk and its work on the RPM and the throughput. SSD have the EMC controller, NAND flash memory. Got it?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Any other confusion?
No, no, fine. It is fine.
Fine. For more about the HDD, these are the HDD. Okay. For SSD, you can search here over SSD. There are three types of SSD. One is this, and another one is this, and another one is M2, M2, M2. This. These are the two different slots. This one is used in the Apple. This one used in the Apple, and this one used in the normal laptop. Like I have in my laptop, I used this one. Got it?
Yeah, yeah.
Any other question?
Oh, fine, actually.
Fine. Uh, Mahi, can you please mute because there is some noise from your side.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. If you required, then you can unmute. Okay. So let's move forward with our course content. Okay. We already see what is private cloud, what is public cloud, what is hybrid cloud or IaaS, PaaS, advantages of cloud or virtualization, what is cloud computing, and once more, what is the advantage of cloud computing? Okay, so these are the benefits of cloud computing. We can do productivity anywhere. We simply need a laptop or an internet connection, or we can access our cloud or access our infrastructure over the internet. These are the benefit of cloud. Offsite data storage means we no need to store our data on the on premises. We can store any type of our data in the cloud. We can store any type of databases over the offsite storage. No IT maintenance cost means the no OPEX value. Okay, we no need to manage the electricity, no need to manage the AC power, no need to manage the different IT team for the different resource manager. Disaster assistant cloud also provide the disaster recovery. We can replicate our database through the multiple location. Then whenever disaster comes, we can recover it from another location or we can clone it from another copy. Always up. Cloud provide 99.9 uptime uh, from the cloud side, because there is no downtime or there is no server down from the cloud side. It is always up and it is running. It's work on the hypervisor v customized version. That's why it is always up. Lower cost on ownership means if you want a server only in the 10 rupees, you can go through with it. If you want a server only within the 20 rupees, you can go through it. But in the on premises, you cannot take this server at this cost. You need to spend much more cost in on premises, like 30-40 lakhs for taking the ownership. But in the cloud, you can take it for 10 rupees or for the 20 rupees per hour. It is the lowest cost of ownership. Easily upgrade in on premises. We cannot upgrade our server like 16 GB to 32 or 32 GB to 100 something, whatever we want. Okay, we cannot upgrade instantly, but in the cloud we can upgrade our resources instantly. We can if I have a server like 16 GB, I can easily upgrade with my server to 64 GB or 600. I can also do with the 600 GB. I can easily upgrade my resources in the cloud. So these are the benefits of cloud. Any query, Mahi?
No worries. Actually, I'm having one doubt like lower cost of ownership. So
Lower.
lower cost of, yeah,
Okay, okay. So let me introduce. Okay.
lower cost of ownership means for hourly basis, we'll take, assume that for 3 years we have procured a server
Okay.
from cloud. So
Okay.
after 3 years, we should go for renewal it.
Yeah.
So what kind of notifications we will get before notification, before renewal?
Okay, okay. Let me. There is no renewal. It's work on the hourly basis or paper minute basis. Let me let me explain with the example. Okay. Uh, we have two types of cloud right now. First is private. It is my assume it is my on-premises setup. Okay. And here I have one Microsoft account. Okay. I also write it here. Sorry. Let's. Yeah. This is my on premises and this is my public cloud. Okay. I'm going to write here. For the low cost ownership, I am going to uh, do this example. Company location, and this is for the Azure cloud. So on company location, I want my scenario is that I need, my requirement is I want 3 server for deployment and development, and I want 2 database. Okay, and 1 disk over here. My requirement is that. Okay, if I am going to do this setup in my company location, then the cost is around, yeah, same as it is. If I set up these thing into the company location here, or I also set up these 3 things in the cloud, then what is the costing between both? Okay, if I set up these thing on the company location, okay, so it's take disadvantage. I write here, it's take too much time. First thing. Second one is Second one is capex value. Capex value is means 20 lakh. Okay, I assume it's take 20 lakhs for the electricity, for the AC, for everything. Okay, it is first time investment. And also it's take need many IT engineers over here. Correct? This is only for the 1 year. I assume that this is only for the 1 year. Correct? Hello, Rahil. I am unable to hear you from your side.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Oh,
In Azure Cloud, in
Yes.
Azure Cloud, if I want these things in the cloud, then how much money I required? I need only one single account. Okay. And it is 12-month free. I got 13,000 credit from or the $200 if I have a startup. Azure. And if I run this server for 24/7, then how much cost? Okay. So let's go to the Azure calculator. For the virtual machine, let's search. Okay, so I use here one virtual machine and SQL database one and one storage account for the disk. Okay, I also add this. Now, check with the compute power. Okay, so let's fill this. I want to, my region is India, Central India. Okay, and the database is single vCore. I need only the instances 2 vCore Gen 5, Gen 4 is okay. And I want compute power is local instances. I want how much instance I need 3 instance over here. Pay-as-you-go model and okay, fine. It's 365 days. Sorry, 1 year. 12-month.
Days, you can give days.
Okay, it's calculate within months. Okay. Uh, and for the storage, I need 500 GB storage. Virtual machine and yeah, virtual machine USS DVSSD2. So you can see, uh, you can see there is multiple machine less than $1 per hour. Yeah, I
Yes,
can
yes.
got this machine for 16 GB RAM, 4 core CPU,
Mm.
$0.8 per hour. Okay,
Yeah.
and for the estimate, it is 607. For the Azure hybrid benefit 473. And for the 3 year, if I reserve it for the 3 year, okay,
Yeah. Mm.
then I got 40% discount. Now it is for 283. Okay, 283 into 3 year. Okay, let's come to the calculator. 283 into 36 for 3 year, $10,000. Okay, $10,000 means it is the 75,000. Got it?
Mm. Yeah.
Okay, so it is for the 3 year. For the compute power 75,000. Okay, for the database, let's calculate with the database. Delete and storage. Once add with the storage, I need 1000 GB for 3 year, or I need 500 GB for 3 year, payment monthly, yearly, upfront. Okay, so $14,000. 15,000 approx. Okay, so
Okay.
15 into 15 into 72 equal to
10 lakhs 80,000.
10,80,000. But age, we can use it something more. Okay, so 10 lakh for there is something missing. Let me check. Okay, read write this one. storage, and the amount of the storage is 500 GB per month. You can get $12 per month. It is fine.
Yeah.
For the $12 per month, $12 into 12 per year. How much? 144. 144 into 3 for the 3 year. 432. So let's write into the paint 432 rupees for the 3 year in AWS S3 for the S3 bucket. Okay. Plus and another one is database. So I need two database over here. Let's go to the my estimate. Cancel and create estimate. MySQL. I use RDS service, RDS for MySQL. Database, I need how much database? Assume I need two databases over here, and M for large, or it is fine for my infra. I reserve it for 3 year. Calculate 268. 268 for per year. 268 for the 3 year. Okay. 2628. 2628 into Indian rupees convert 1,90,000 means 2 lakh. So you can see the difference. For the 3 year, my capex is this 75,000 plus 432 plus 2 lakhs means around the 3 lakh. Okay, for the 3 year. And for first time setup, I need 20 lakh in company location. This is the difference between the cost. Understand?
Yes.
Got it?
Yeah.
Any other confusion or any query? Okay. So for the first time setup, I need 20 lakhs for setup. And in cloud, for first time, I got also $200 from the Azure side, and I need for the 3 year, I need to spend 3 lakh on it. Okay, 1 lakh rupees per year.
Okay,
And
fine. How about renewal? We will get a notification from Azure. that your servers are set up is your instances are going
No, no,
to.
no. There is no renewal. There is no renewal. Okay, because we can use it pay as you go model. Okay, pay per use, pay per minute, or how much we use. Okay, if I use it for 2 minutes, I only I only have to pay for the 2 minutes. There is no notification from the AWS side that your instance is expiring. This type of no notification. Okay, uh, only you have to take your billing clarification. You have to clear your previous bill. Got it? Hello, Mahi, any confusion? You can ask me.
No, we can
Yeah,
proceed further.
fine, Akshay. Clear.
Clear? Okay.
Yes.
So for the first time setup, I need 20 lakhs. And for first time setup in the Azure cloud, I have $200 for the first time setup. And for the 3 year, I need only 3 lakhs. Here, I need 1 year for 20 lakhs. And also if I run it for the 2 year, 2 more year, right here, 2 year more, then I cannot upgrade this infrastructure. Okay, if I want to upgrade these things to another one for another better compute power, I cannot do this. I need much capex value. Okay, first I need too much time and also the capex value like capital. I need more money to upgrade these services. In the cloud, I can upgrade it within minutes or within seconds. I can easily upgrade these machines. Okay, I no need to expand the capex value on it. There might be a little difference within your bill in your bill. Got it?
Yeah, Akshay, fine.
Okay. So let's go back to our the PDF. So these are the benefits of cloud. We can easily upgrade it or we can easily downgrade it. Okay, if my requirement is that I have in a startup, I have 200 people over here. I need 3 server. After 1 year, my company is in the down and I have only the 100 people. So what I can do, I can downgrade my infrastructure from 3 server to 1 server. Okay. So for the 200 people, I need 3 server. After once I have the 100 people, I can easily go with the 1 server. Okay. So I can easily upgrade and the downgrade in the Azure cloud. Got it? So for the subscription types, okay, there are multiple subscription types in the Azure cloud. Subscription types uh, means the payment method. Payment method means uh, you have to charge for a monthly basis or the enterprises basis or the pay as you go subscription. Let's go with the Azure pricing. Sorry, these are the support plans. Okay, so let's go into the topic. So once you first time sign up on the Azure cloud, you get $200 in your Azure account for use for learning purposes or for the testing purposes. You will go get $200. Okay, so you have to use this amount within the 30 days. It is free for the 12 months. Let's sign up over here. Yeah, once you sign up over here, you can get 200 USD. You will have to use 30 days to use it. Okay, for the testing and deployment enterprises apps, create a custom mobile experience or gain insight of data. How much you get in free? Okay, so you will get 750 hour. BS1 is a machine type. We can see in the uh, we can see in the next slide what is the machine types. Azure virtual machine types. Okay, so for the Linux we get 750 hours, or for the databases we get 250 GB for 12 month, and also blob storage for the 5 GB. Blob storage is kind of a object type storage in the Azure cloud. We can store any type of data over here in the blob storage. SQL databases, this is the databases of Microsoft Azure cloud. It is 5 times faster than other databases. And these are the services we will get in the free account or the free subscription account. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have right now we have mainly three: the free trial subscription or the pay as you go subscription. You are charged for whatever machines, storage, and other resources are used. Charge Resources are charged hourly basis in the monthly billing cycle. Okay, so you are going to charge with the resources, how much you use it. Okay, how much you occupied. For the enterprises agreement subscription, it's provide more discount than pay as you go. Okay, you have multiple subscription in the enterprises agreement subscription. Like that, you have one Azure account. You have one Azure account. This is the example of EA agreement. EA means the enterprises agreement subscription. You have one Azure account, and in one Azure account you have multiple subscription. Like for that developer team have multiple developer have a subscription. For the testing team have a subscription, or for the production a team have a subscription, or you can assign for HR team for a subscription, so they can use their resources into their subscription.
So this enterprise subscription meant by corporate subscription
Yeah, it's
for
a corporate subscription that you can assign multiple subscription to the multiple teams in a single account.
okay.
Okay, and also there are more subscription type you can see on the site, like Visual Studio Professional, Visual Studio Test Professional, MSDN. These are the subscription types. Okay, so we mainly need focus on the EA or the pay as you go or the free trial. Okay, mainly are the three, but we also see what we get in this. Okay. We can also switch our subscription types through the panel. We will sign up tomorrow. Okay, we will create our account tomorrow in Azure portal. Also, you have to try to make a Azure account in the Microsoft. I think you already have or not.
I do not have Akshay.
Okay, you don't have.
Yes.
Okay, no need to worry. So we will create it tomorrow for you in the session.
Okay.
Okay. And for the price calculator, once you sign up for the first time,
Yeah.
okay, you will be in the free trial subscription. You need to enter your credit card detail over here or the debit card detail here. So it is activated for you and it will deduct 2 or 3 rupees into your account, and after it is refunded.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the subscription types, and for the let's go back. So you for the subscription types, okay, you can assign also the credit limit or the billing boundary. If you want to assign, like I want to spend $1,000 on a development subscription, then you can uh, give the limit to it. Okay. If you want to assign $500 per month for the testing subscription, you can assign on it the limit. You can also assign the billing boundaries on it, access control boundary on it. Okay, we will see in the live scenario or the live console these things. Or we can customize our bill related to our subscription or the organization, or for the invoice sections. Each invoice section a line item on the invoice that shows the charges incurred that month. For example, you might need a single invoice for your organization but want to organize charges by department or team. Okay, once you receive the invoice in your organization, there is multiple items described in your invoice for the multiple department, team, or the project.
Okay.
Okay, for like this, for billing account. Okay, I have one my tenant account, like I have one my company account, and I also have the billing profile. Billing profile means my the subscription types. Subscription type means this is for the testing team, this is for the development team. For development team, they have the separate invoice, and also the testing team, they have the separate invoice and payment method. Okay, so they can use on payment method also here. For invoice section, for the your subscription or another. Okay, we can assign another subscription over here in the invoice section. Any confusion? For management group, we can assign multiple management group to through the subgroup. Like one, I have one account in my company. I assign one resource group or management group to the HR team, one from the IT, one for the marketing, and multiple subscription. In groups, these are like a directory. This is like a directory for your account. We can much more better understand in the same in the next upcoming sessions.
Yeah, while doing this through the Azure account,
Yeah.
if you refer this diagram, I think you will understand better.
What?
While doing practice inside Azure account, practically. So
Okay.
if we refer this diagram at the
Yeah.
time, I think you will better understand.
Yeah. It will better understand because by the practical it will more understanding.
Yeah.
Okay. So so important fact about the management group. We can manage 10,000 groups into a single directory. Single directory means your a single account.
Okay.
Okay, there are multiple directory in your accounts, but you can manage 10,000 group in a single directory. Okay, a management group tree can support up to 6 level of depth. 6 level means the first level, second level, third level, fourth level, and fifth level. Also in the uh, on the downside of EA subscription, there is a resource. There is a resource like your virtual machine or the databases. It is support up to 6 level of deep. Got it?
Yeah.
Each management group and subscription can support only one parent. Okay, means the means geo region to have one parent, production have a one parent like IT have a one parent like root management. Got it?
Yes.
For the free trial, it's have a parent like marketing have a parent, it's root management. So each have one parent, only a one parent, not the two parent, only one parent. And each management group can have many childrens. Childrens means root management group right now have 5 children like Homan, IT, marketing, and 2 AEA subscription. For this, there are multiple childs, and for HR have childs like dev, test, and apps. IT have one, production, marketing have two, free trial two. For the production, they have two multiple geolocation, and in geolocation they have multiple subscription. Got it? Yeah. So let's go through with the diagram for the Azure VM types. Okay. So as you can see, there are
Yeah.
there are 6 types of compute power in the Azure cloud. Uh, these are the VM types, virtual machine types. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. For the general purposes, first is general purpose, second is compute optimized, third is memory optimized, fourth is storage optimized, sixth is GPU optimized, and sixth is high performance compute optimized. Okay. Then these are the series. In the interview, they can ask it for your the series name. AV2, B2, B, DC, SV2, DV2, or DSV2, DV3. Okay, they can ask for the series type, only one or two. How maybe it will ask what is the general purposes series name. So you can say DVS2, DSV2. Okay. So in the general purposes, we have balanced CPU and memory, means the 4 GB RAM and 2 G 4 4 GB RAM and balanced CPU. It used for the testing and deployment, small medium databases, low medium traffic or the websites. It is used only for the testing purposes, testing and deployment purposes for the small, small medium databases.
Okay.
Okay. For the compute optimized, they have more compute power, high ratio of compute to memory. Okay. So they have a lower memory, but have a good compute power. Like they have much uh, compute power for medium traffic web server, network appliances, batch processing, and app server. So we can use this compute server in the API server, like, or the application server. For the memory optimized, we have this type of series like MV2, DB2, DSV2, EV3, high ratio of memory to compute. Okay, means its RAM is good, like 16 GB or the 64 GB RAM in it.
Okay.
Okay, it's used in relational databases, services, or analytics, large caches. We use this service for high input output operation where it's required the high input output or the read write operations. Like databases, we need 10,000 read write operation per second or the 20,000 read write operation per second. We can use this instance or we can use this memory.
Okay.
Okay, for the storage optimized, we have one series LSV2, high disk throughput, and IO. IO means the input output operation or the read write operations. For the big data, it is used for the big data, SQL and NoSQL databases.
Okay.
For the GPU, uh, graphical, it's used when a game is building, then we need GPU. When a game or the graphics related work, we can use GPU type instances like NC, NCV2, NCV3, ND, NDV2. Okay, specialized with single or multiple NVIDIA GPUs, where we need the graphic card or the GPU power. So we can use GPU types instance for compute intensive, graphic intensive, or visualization workload.
Okay.
High performance compute, HBV2, HCHB. These are the type of compute, and high memory and compute power, fastest and most powerful. So this is one of the most powerful high performance compute in the VM types. For batch processing, molecular modeling, fluid dynamic, low latency, RDMA, and networking. This is used for the R&D purposes, means in the on the different level. For the batch processing, molecular modeling, fluid dynamics, for the low latency, RDMA networking. Got it?
Yeah. Okay. So in general, for production purpose, which Azure VM types we are using in general?
For the production purposes, we use compute optimized.
Compute optimized.
Compute optimized. Okay.
Okay.
Compute optimized and also a database with it. Okay. For the production, we never make a database in the instance. We always make make a database different instance
Okay. Separate instance.
separately.
Okay.
And if I want to make it the hybrid cloud, then what should I do? I can use only the two database disk over here and three server over in my company.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And connected with the databases and delete this server from the Azure cloud. Got it?
Yes.
I can use this as a hybrid cloud. It is more cheaper and secure. Got it?
Yeah.
Any other query or confusion?
So in general, as you say, you are using compute VMs,
Yeah.
Azure VMs we are using in our production, compute optimized.
Yes.
So you are saying that the database always will be a separate instance.
Separated.
Is that
It is
is that
recommended. It is
yeah?
recommended database will be separated.
Okay, that separated instance would be another Azure instance or premises instance.
Another database services. Azure have the database services like that.
Okay. Okay.
Azure SQL database
So
instance.
okay.
They have separate Azure SQL database instances in the background, so it is more
Okay.
faster than the instance storage.
Okay. Got it. So they recommend their Azure database instance.
Yes, they
Okay.
require the recommended. It is recommended for you can use SQL databases, or you can for the if you want use it for the testing purposes, you can install the SQL database into your Windows machine or the Linux machine.
Okay. Fine. Got it.
Fine.
Fine.
Fine. Okay. So we will make uh, tomorrow Azure account and free account for you. Okay. How to create account and all the things, and for the dashboard introduction, like what we get in the Azure dashboard, and how can we launch a machine, how can we create multiple things. Maybe tomorrow a session is more interesting and more important for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
we yet to get this practice of what's since we are new to Azure, right? This terminology is very new. Like some general terminology also you use like cost limit, budget boundary. So that and all we need to get adopted. So I
Yeah.
think by discussion or by practice we will get those. I think so. What do you
Yes,
say?
yes. You have to do more practice on the terminal or on the power cell.
Okay.
Okay, so we will also do practice into the lab sessions
Okay.
in the terminal. Okay, but in Azure Cloud, Azure is known for the GUI.
Okay.
Okay, so mostly task we will do from the uh, GUI basis.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also we can do with the Azure Power Shell or the Cloud Shell terminal. There is a tool in the Azure Cloud. It is called the Cloud Shell. Okay, we can do run, or we can do a script, or we can do run a script over there like a PowerShell. Okay, so I have already installed the PowerShell. We will see PowerShell session connect is at connect is at account. If I write it here, it will open a browser to me, and I can sign up over here. Then I can easily connect it with my Azure account in the terminal. Okay,
Okay. Fine.
so we will see these things into the session. How to connect your account, how to configure your account in the PowerShell. I can manage my all resources through the PowerShell.
Yeah. Like putty.
Yeah, like Putty. So,
Okay.
but I'm not using Putty. I use Termius to control my all servers. Like
Okay.
I have 145 servers over here. You can see.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can we stop now?
Yeah. Yeah. Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Anything, any confusion, you can ask me on the WhatsApp number you
Yes.
have already have. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Fine.